Alrighty guys, welcome to this little ARK Genomes mod review slash tutorial that I'm going to throw together real quick for you guys here. I was talking with the mod dev because a lot of people are having trouble trying to figure out how to use the mod, how to get it to function, how to actually enhance their creatures and everything. So I'm just going to throw together this quick video for you guys on how to get it all done, and that way everybody can enjoy the mod. So, for starters, let me just start off by saying, do not use ARK or ACM rather, if you're using the mod, try to spawn in any of the structures. If you're going to do it, either use the spawn commands that are listed in the mod Discord, which I will put a link to the mod creators Discord, which has all the information and everything in it, in the description, as well as the link to the mod workshop page. Spawning them in via ACM breaks some of these structures. For example, the Genome Enhancer will break, it will not function, so make sure you're actually legitimately crafting it, even if you're doing a mod review like I am, which is what I'm actually going to do for you guys here. These ones all function even if you spawn them in, which is why these are already here. So, I'm going to start off by walking you guys through it here. There is a tier system. When enhancing your creatures, you need to go in order. It starts with Enhanced, and then it goes from Enhanced to Elite, and so on. There is a full complete list of them on the workshop page. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. So, what you have to do is, for starters, you need to mine these smaller towers. Do not go for the big towers, like you see over there. There's a white one. Do not go for the different colored ones. You want the smaller purple ones. Mining them will give you Corrupt Element and Corrupt Tendrils. Now, you're going to want to also mine these smaller little glowing rocks, which will give you the Corrupt Element ore. I'm not going to do that right now because we don't need it. Crystals, or Corrupt Element crystals. They all look like this, similar to the gem towers from Aberration. Want to mine those. Now, once you have all that together, you first need to create a refinery, which in order to do that... Alrighty guys, so the next step is you want to make these refineries. Sorry, this is going to be a little out of order there. I just kind of had to pause the recording for a minute. But you need to make these refineries. Now, to make the refinery, it is... I will show you guys real quick. It is Corrupt Crystal, Corrupt Element, Corrupt Ore, and then some metal ingots. Now, once you have the refinery, you need to go and take some of the corrupt, I believe it's Corrupt Tendrils. Let me double check it real quick for you guys. The Corrupt Tendrils. Yes it is. Corrupt Tendrils. And you put them in here. Process fuel cells. You click that. It will turn the Corrupt Tendrils into the fuel cells over time. It does them in bulk, so you will get a generous amount each time. Now, once you have the fuel cells, which is crafting, I already have some over here. You take the fuel cells, and you need to first put them in the refinery. Take the refinery, put the fuel cells in. Yeah, we do have to turn that on, but I will show you guys. Take some of the corrupt ore. Put that in here. You turn on. You will get Corrupt Element ingots from those, which are these right here. Now, you also need the fuel cells to power this crafting station. As you create these structures, you will get the little tablets in your inventory from Ava, which if we do this, I believe it's Alt-L, it will print them out into your inventory. If you don't automatically get them, you should automatically go in your inventory. There's 10 total. Dragging these over here, I'm not going to do it right now because sometimes it freezes and gets stuck on the screen, in which case you have to leave your game, go back into it for them to go away. Simple way of getting rid of them is click on the screen to close them. Do not close the inventory or hit escape. That's what gets them frozen on the screen. I have a bad habit of doing that, so I'm not going to show you guys those tablets right now. They are just kind of lore to the backstory of the mod. because it's got a little story to go along with it. If you want to see those, you can either do it yourself in game or on the workshop page. There is in the discussions, there is a tab with all of them with a Imgur link to each of those that you can then pull them up and look at them. So what you have to do is first, like I said, fuel cell generator, chose industrial forge, but this is the refinery. And then once you make the refinery, you get the ingots. Once you have this, for some reason, taking really long to do it. Once you have the ingots, put them in here. In here you put it. Once you have the ingots, you got to make the crafting station. Crafting station right here it was called the corrupt. Help if I was on crafting tab. There we go. The corrupt crafting station. For it, you need 100 corrupt crystals, 300 corrupt element, 250 corrupt element ingots, and then 500 corrupt tendrils. Now, you put each of your resources in here. Make sure you have each type, what have you. You don't actually need the ore. You just need the tendrils, the corrupt element dust, corrupt element, corrupt crystal, corrupt metal ingots. In here, you would make each of these structures. I already have them crafted. You make your genome storages. You're going to need 3 of those. Corrupt nodule storages. You're going to need 4 of those. You need your genome key mount. You only need 1 of those. You need your genome template storage. You only need 1 of those. And you need 6 element dust storage containers. This right here is a dust harvester that is found under metal. You can just place this structure. I will actually place that for you guys so you guys can see it. Take players only off. We can place that. I will show you guys. You place this near tendrils like this, and over time it will collect dust in its inventory. So if you're on a PvP server, you're gonna want to guard those. Now, we turn this on. You need the fuel cells in it to run it, like I said. You can craft each of these. I am not going to do that, because we already have them here. Now, under Mystic, we have the Genome Synthesizing Station, which is already right here. So this is the Genome Enhancing Station, or so it says. However, this one's the Enhancing. I think I'm confused. Sorry about that, guys. They both say Genome Enhancing. This is currently the bug in the mod. They are working on fixing this. The developer is not too rushed to get that fixed, because he only has so much time in the day, he's saying, and his priorities right now is getting the mod functioning for everybody. Let me close our music out here for you guys real quick. So that is not in the video. It's a little unprofessional of me to not have that done in advance. So now once we have both of these stations created, you make them in here. You get, under structures, Mystic, Genome Synthesizing Station, Genome Core Extractor, which is both of those, and then the Genome Enhancement Mega Station. This is the same thing as this one, just on a larger scale for larger creatures, so we are not going to show that one off right now, although I can create that one. Let me take players only off so it crafts. This is one of the structures right here. It will break if you spawn it in, so if you're doing a mod review yourself or what have you, do not spawn that in using ACM. It will break it, it will not function properly. So, this is a larger structure that needs a specific opening to be placed. It's really weird. For example, I'm using the center map right now to show this off to you guys, since it's got a lot of flat areas over here. And you can see it's giving me a hard time placing. I just gotten a green icon for it. Where'd it go? There it goes. Alright. This is the structure used to actually upgrade your creatures. Now, I'm going to go through the steps for it for you, and I'm going to place this one if I have the room for it, so I can show this one off to you guys. Because I might as well get that done for you. Surprisingly enough, I had just gotten a green spot for it. Where'd it go? There it goes. Alright. So this is the exact same structure, only bigger. I'm not going to go too in depth on this one. I'm just going to show that off. So, now, once you have the structures built, you need to have each of the structures This is the core extractor. This is the core synthesizer. The synthesizer here, core enhancing station. And then this one is the extractor where you extract from the cores. You need to go around to these towers. For example, we got a white one here. You need to kill the tower, mine it, break it, what have you, and you will get a large, almost stone-shaped node from it. Now, once you have that, you need to make sure you have crafted the nodule storages, genome key mounts, dust storages, template storages, and genome storages. I will put them all in my hotbar for you real quick and show them off to you guys. Because these have to be attached to the structures for them all to function. You do need fuel cells to power everything. So, for example, this one, you put one of these genome storage containers here, one of these genome storages here. They will only snap to these two spots on this structure, so you don't need to worry about putting them in the wrong spot. Now, we go ahead and we do the nodule storages, 2 of them on this one. They would both snap right here. Once again, they will only snap here, so you don't need to worry about them going in the wrong spots. You need to put some fuel cells in here to turn it on. Once you turn it on, go back into it, you will have a trophy slot. What you need to do, go into this structure here, do the same thing. You need to put in your fuel cells. You need to take the genome storage, one of them goes here. You need to put the template storage container right here. I will show off to you guys real quick the templates I am referring to that go into that. Or that it is referring to. Let me players only real quick while we're doing this. You go under here, we have genome template storage. Go under here, you make a few of these. This is going to be a pain in your butt right now, which this would be a perfect time to show off as well. Under here, go under weapons, firearms, there is a partial genome extractor. You do need the 1% dino genome. Now, to do that, you need to get a vanilla creature. It has to be a vanilla creature, cannot be modded. So for example, I have only Mythos on right now for the sake of flying around and showing you guys towers real quick. Oops, that kind of died. Okay, let me get a creature that is not going to die on us real quick. I can show you guys. We have, for example, the strike once it passes out. You want to use blaster here, and this one's kind of broken right now. They are working on fixing this mod. It will one-shot structures. If you're on a PvP server, you're on a PvP server you're running it on, you're gonna want to make some rules around this. It will one-shot structures, such as that. This is the node I am referring to. Big node that goes in the extractor. Now, you will get these from killing mutated creatures with this weapon here, or any weapon for that matter. Creatures around the nodes will end up getting enhanced. So, for example, that was in the white is the enhanced nodes. Any creatures around it, over time, will become enhanced mutated creatures. Like I was saying, this one-shot creatures. Right now, I'm going to set that to players only, so they don't mess with us. Now, killing an enhanced creature with any form or weapon will give you it will drop on the ground those little particle effect scrolls. Those scrolls are the nodules. Those nodules will go in on nodule storages. This is a genome storage container, so but like I was saying, nodule storages go on these structures here. They are these rounded, almost element-shaped things. We will put our nodules in here. I am not going to go through this whole process to show it off how it actually, like, to do it all for you, but I am going to show off where everything goes, how to get it started, and explain it to you guys. Now, this goes in your trophy slot once you turn this on. Right here. It will show up right in the middle. It will have lasers that do it when it turns on. You have a genome key mount that we were talking about before that you craft. That goes right here. In order to get a genome key, we actually have one of these right over here to show you. I can get around our structure here. Kind of stuck on the wires. There we go. Now, you need to find the hives. Well, the tablets you'll get in your inventory, we'll call them hives. They're actually called offspring. Now, they will look like little half circles. You need to find these. This was one of the enhanced ones. I take players only off. It will attack you. It will defend. I'm gonna just kind of try to piss it off and one-shot it here, if it will let us. There it goes. What is going on here? Okay, it appears this one might be bugged. Sometimes they bug out. I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. When they bug out, you obviously can't do anything with them. You need to be careful that you are not screwing with one that isn't bugged out if you're just messing with it. They will screw you up. They are insanely strong and they have a lot of health, so you're going to want a really good creature to kill them. Once you kill them, they will give you a genome key for the corresponding genome. If it is a white one, it's enhanced. If it's a red, it is elite, and so on. You would put that right here in this trophy slot on the key mount. Then you put these templates that we had just crafted in here. 3 of these. Right in here. 1, 2, and 3. And you would put the genomes that you get, the 1% from not, using it on the knocked out creature. Show you on the trike that we knocked out. We just got 3 times. Depending on the size of the creature, will determine how many more, or how many you will get. We got 3 of them. You need 100% of them, which means you need 100 of these. You would put them in here. As far as I know, I don't know if you actually have to have them in here. This usually creates a genome of the mutated creature from this one, so you'll get an enhanced genome, which looks similar to these, but it will be white and it'll be called enhanced in this structure. When I was testing it out, I did have these in here just because I thought they had to be there. You'll notice it shows that it is the enhanced one on here by the fact that the symbol on here is white. Now, once we turn it on, I cannot do it. You'll see if you try to activate it without it, it will say sufficient genome key not equipped. The genome key is what we get from that little hive over there. Unfortunately, it's bugged, so I cannot show you guys that. But you put the key in here, you turn it on, it will have lasers on this, it'll have a timer it will show. Once it's done, you will have, this will spoil, turn over here, it'll be garbage. You will then have in here a white genome, which I already have one in here, that looks like this. Or it'll look similar to this, rather. It will not say completed, it will say partial. Now, once you have that, you take it out of here. You would, instead of having 3 blank ones, you'll have the 1 completed and 2 blank ones. You would take those, take them over here. You put the partial one right here in this trophy slot. You put 100%. You put 100 of the nodule or enhanced nodules from killing any of the enhanced creatures, which, like I said, they get infected by being near a white tower. So, for argument's sake, there is a parasaur near a white tower. If the parasaur says enhanced parasaur, kill that parasaur with any weapon, any tool, what have you. On the ground will be the little particles that will look like, let's see, I know we had nodules, where'd they go? I think I just put them over here when I was showing them off. Yes. You will get these little nodules will drop on the ground. Same thing happens if you kill those hives. You'll have a lot more from those hives than you will get from other creatures. Same from killing the towers. You're better off just breaking the towers, getting an extra core to extract from, in addition to a bunch of the nodules. You need to have 100 nodules in each of these. So 200 total corrupted nodules. In this case, we're doing enhanced, which would be the first tier. So you would need 100 in this one, and then 100 of the exact same in this one. Once you have that, you need, like I was saying with the extraction, where you extract, you get the enhanced partial genome, or 1% of enhanced dino genome in here. It will look exactly like this, but be white. You need 200 of those. You get 100 from doing it a few, extracting 2 of these will give you 100. Put them in here. Do the same process again. Get 2 more of these cores by killing the towers. Extract them again, go through the process, you'll get another 100 total. Put those in the others. Or in the other one that you did not put any in. Then you go into the structure. Like I said, you put the partial genome that was created on the other station into here. And you activate it. Like it says right now, insufficient genome supply, because we do not have them in here. And it will say insufficient nodule supply if you have the genomes but not the 100 nodules in each of these. Once that's done, this will do its thing. It will count down. It will have a little timer that it would show right above the turn off icon. Once that goes away, it will have a completed genome, which will look exactly, it would be this exact item right here. You take that item over to the structure over here. Now, this structure is not yet complete. You need to place 6 total dust containers, or dust storages. 3 on each side. They will only snap into 3s like so. So you don't have to worry about them going in the wrong spots, wrong order, what have you. It doesn't matter, just put 3 and 3, and they will only snap in these spots. Now, you put in your fuel cells, like so. You turn it on. You need to put at least 100 dust in each of these containers. Now, when I was testing it, I did about 1,000 in each, just to be on the safe side. Based on what I was gathering from the mod developer, you need to have 100 in each of those. So, show you guys how we do it. We put 100 in each of these. Now, prior to this last update, you were only able to enhance vanilla creatures, meaning any modded creature from ARK Eternal, because I do know Mr. Miola, and I think some of the, I haven't finished watching his videos yet to see if he has the rest of the Pooping Evolved guys with him on that series or not. However, they're doing a ARK Eternal. So for example, prior to the last update, they would not have been able to enhance any of their creatures, because ARK Eternal not only adds creatures, but it modifies all the vanilla creatures via their stats, so they are no longer considered vanilla despite having the same names, and being spawned via the ARK menu right here. So, they would still be shown as vanilla, however they would not be. So prior to the last update, you would not be able to modify any modded creature whatsoever. There is now an update that was released earlier today that addresses that. We're going to test it out right now. I have not tested it on a modded creature, though the mod dev says it should be functioning now. You need to have the INI settings in your game user settings.ini on your server, on your single player, what have you, for it to function, to modify modded creatures, or enhance modded creatures. It will not work if you do not have the INI settings in your game user settings.ini. Like I said, I will have a link to the Discord and the mod workshop page in my description of the video. It will have all that information there for you. Now, you take your completed genome, right here, place that in the trophy slot. When you have this off and you do not have fuel cells in it, it will not show the trophy slot. You need to turn it on, leave the inventory, go back in, as with the other structures, and you'll have a trophy slot. You place the completed enhanced structure genome, or enhanced creature genome, right here. Now, you would do the same thing for any of the other tiers. You have to make your creature an enhance first, unless you go in your INI settings and you, instead of using enhance as your first tier, you modify it with the INI settings. Let's say make elite the first tier and enhance the second tier. Now, you would need to make an elite creature first, not a enhanced. So, you will take your creature, and you will park it right on the middle of the structure. Right in the middle, the circular portion. You go here, you hit activate genome enhancing. Insufficient matching dust and storage. Alright, so I completely forgot about that in the last update as well. He made it so it is no longer just the default dust. Let me get rid of this turtle that wants to get in our way of our little project we got going on right here. Player only real quick before these all get in the way too. Because the Rex will one-shot break the structure. For some reason, these structures are very fragile and will break really easily if they get hit by really any creature, for that matter. So make sure that you put your structures in a safe spot, which is why I just played only and killed those. So, when you're enhancing your creature, I'm sorry I was a little unprepared for this due to the last update. The dust does have to be enhanced dust. Before, it was any type of the element dust gotten from the collectors. So you do want to put one of these collectors next to a white tower and let it over time gather the white dust. Once you do that, you put the white dust in each of these towers, 100%, or each of these storages rather. 100 in this one, 100 in this one, 100 in this one, and so on. Park your creature in the middle here, and then activate. Once it's activated, it won't say that there's no matching dust, it will say that the sequence is starting. It'll have a little timer. If these weren't in the way, you would be able to see. There would be a timer right here, right above access inventory. Timer will run. It'll have a little kind of tech bubble as if it was doing a boss arena that will kind of pick up the creature and force it into the middle right here. If you were standing on this platform, it will tell you there was a human in the way of it, so you will need to move over here and do it first. It will have the bubble. It'll drag the creature to the middle. It'll start the timer. The timer will run down. If I remember correctly, it's 20 seconds. Once that 20 seconds is done, it will pretty much kill your creature, respawn it as the exact same creature, but it will say enhanced so-and-so. So for argument's sake, you're enhancing a dodo. Put a normal dodo here, you would start it up, it would run, it would finish. As soon as it strikes 0, it'll kill the creature, it'll respawn, it will say enhanced dodo, would be what spawns there, and opposed to a normal dodo that you had previously had there. Now, once you do that, you can take your red genome, which you would get by doing the same process I was just explaining to you guys, only instead of using a white node you get from the white towers, you'd get a red one from the red towers, and so on. And you would use the red elite dust instead of the white dust. And you would take the genome that you would get, you would end up with a completed red genome, elite genome, you'd put that right here, you'd run it. You have to make sure it's the same creature that was already made into an enhanced in the middle, and then it will upgrade it to an elite, and so on. If the creature is not already the first tier, let's say you put a normal vanilla dodo trying to do another one, like let's say you want to keep your enhanced one enhanced, and make another dodo the elite, and you have one of each. You cannot do that. You cannot put a elite creature on here, or a non-enhanced creature on here, and then try to upgrade it directly to elite. You need to first do the elite, or do the enhanced and upgrade enhanced to elite, and so on, as the tier system. So first you put the enhanced dodo back on here, then you upgrade it to an elite. If you put the vanilla one on here, like I was just saying, it will tell you that it has insufficient genome, or that it is the incorrect genome, and it will not upgrade or function. Once all of that is done, you can just go through, repeat the steps, repeat the process, on and so on, until you get to the final tier, which I believe is ethereal, and then your creature is fully evolved, fully genome modified, everything. You've gone through every tier, and it is as high as you can get it as of this moment that the mod is updated. Sorry that I haven't been able to show you guys everything on the dot. Unfortunately, I was not prepared due to the fact that the mod updated and a few things were changed. In addition to the fact that I was trying to do this on a single player, on an actual server for you guys, where I can have it all set up. And unfortunately, my server is being really crappy right now. I had to update it. And so to get this video out for you guys on time, I had to throw it together in single player from scratch. Also, while I'm at it, I will go over your Ava that you have in your inventory. These two structures will always be in your inventory, these two items. If you read their things, it says drag data tablets into this device to read their content. So, data tablets are obtained by building the structures and turning them on. So, like, first one you get is the fuel, then the refinery, and so on. Building this structure will unlock the engram for this one. If you have the mod on like I have for these unlocks, the easy A structure, it will bypass that and automatically unlock them, which may end up confusing you. Regardless, the steps are still the same. Fuel storage, or fuel cell generator, refinery, crafting station. Genome enhancing station, genome core extractor, then genome enhancing station, and then creature enhancing station. And then once you make that one, you could also then make the mega one, which is for larger creatures such as Brontos, Titanosaurs, so on. Now, once you have all those done and everything, you will end up with the tabs from 0 to 10. These I will show off just one of them for you guys right quick and hope it doesn't bug out on me. You will have, this will bring you through the story. It's pretty much, the whole lore is essentially your character, so spoiler alert, your character was knocked unconscious by some sort of process. You lost your memories. Ava is trying to remind you how to do it, essentially hinting at what structures to do in what order and so on. Once you get these done, I believe it is the 7th one, it will have you make the weapon, which is the 1% genome extractor right here. And that's when you unlock that. So you build the structures in order, and it will, each one, it will give you one of these tabs as you go along, these little tablet things. Drag them over to read them if you want to know the lore, what have you. You don't really have to do that. It will, because I've explained everything to you here. Now, once you go through that, Ava will always be talking to you. I have her muted right now. If you go, you have to have her enabled first. So first you go in here and you just whip, and you hit Alt A on your keyboard, and it pulls up this little interface. Now, I don't know what use hand device does. As far as I know, it doesn't really do anything. Use audio, she will talk when she has the text up here. HUD text would be where she's talking up here. If I take that off, she would no longer show that. She can get real annoying. She will show you whenever you're near a tower, she will start talking to you about the tower. If there's a max level creature nearby, she will tell you the coordinates, and she will tell you that you're not safe. Essentially being a glow pet that talks to you.
You hadn't noticed.
There's her talking. She will say in creator in case you haven't noticed quite frequently.
An anomaly. Preliminary scans are indicating a potential threat level of 1.
And that can get really annoying. Like I was just saying, the potential threat level 1 would be a white tower nearby, or in this case, there's no white tower nearby anymore. She's referring to the hive over there that is bugged, which is that little half circle thing once again. Those are really easy to spot because of that. And there's actually another one right over there. And I will show you guys real quick, now that I've noticed that there's another one over there. I can show it off to you guys. One shot that with the structure real quick if it'll let me. There it goes. Let's see. I'm just gonna fly over there real quick to show it off to you guys. So you guys can see what I'm referring to with the genome core and everything. And I'm not gonna fly over there, it's gonna be too slow. Let me get on the Drillion and walk you guys through that real quick. That will give you the genome key that I was referring to.
Creator, I am aware of your amazing observation skills, however I felt I should mention. I have identified a large volume of corrupted element tendrils nearby.
So that gives you an example of Ava talking non-stop. For those of you that have an annoying girlfriend, you probably are used to that, so you probably don't mind having her on. I really don't want to keep hearing her, so I'm going to mute her for the rest of the review here. She will periodically be back in your hand sometimes, even after unequipping her. It can get quite annoying, in which case you just go here, unequip. Boom, problem solved. Now, this will drop a genome key. For some reason it isn't. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I wasn't close enough to it when I killed it, but it will drop a genome key. These enhanced offspring minions will spawn to defend it. These were broken before, the mod dev just fixed those. And as you can see, they are pretty strong and they are very annoying. So when that spawns, you have to make sure to defend that. There is another tower. They will respawn slowly over time. This one spawned right here. Let me see if any of these creatures are enhanced so I can show you guys. The Compy, the Paraswarm, or whatever this is might be enhanced. No, Gallimimus is not enhanced. Alright. So we will kill this. And it will give us another one of the little nodes. Right here. For a module. And then we get more nodules from there. Which, like I said, you need 100 total in each of the nodule storages when doing both of the structures. If you do not have 100 in it, it will not activate, it will not continue, and therefore you will end up getting stumped, and I'm sure you'll get confused as to what's going on. So just make sure you have 100 in each, and you should be good. So, like I was saying, you would put 100 in each of these. And so on. So that has been a quick little review. I will end up making another one that's a little better later once I can get my server up and running to make it more official. Unfortunately, like I said, I had my server set up to do the mod review and then I started having errors with it, couldn't get the server to start. So I had to quickly throw this together in single player. Just so I can get this video out for you guys to hopefully help you guys start enjoying the mod. Don't forget to leave a like, follow, and subscribe. Always stay positive, always be great to each other, and I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace.